All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, for those of you who have been watching these podcasts, listening to them, whether you've been commenting or whether you've just been listening in the quiet of your own mind, firstly, a big warm welcome. And, we are now officially in season two. I would say the first 20, 25 episodes of this uh, iHypnosis Coaching Journeys podcast was focused on people that I had met, people I had possibly even worked with, people I had come across in my journey, especially over the last couple of years as a digital coach. And now, as we start to shift gears and move into season two, I think today we are at episode 33. So, this is to me a reminder that we are definitely doing something that is meant to be here. It's like literally willing it into creation, or creation is willing it into our lives. And in this endeavor, I've been very blessed to meet some truly amazing guests, people who are, trainers, people who are coaches, and doing some really amazing work. And as I like to look at it, we are all healer coaches. And I have with me today on our show, the iHypnosis Coaching Journeys, a truly amazing, a truly, um, heart-filled guest, a heartfelt person. And we met, I should say, maybe a year or two ago, but we've had, the odd exchange like we normally do when you're in a community. But we really, connected, I should say, maybe about a month and a half ago. And that sort of prompted me to invite our very special guest, Prachiti Sharangdhar. Let me get that right. Sharangdhar. There we go. I think I got it right the second time. So, Prachiti, on that, remarkable or memorable or not so memorable entry, this is your cue. Go ahead and do turn on your camera. So, Prachiti, um, Sharangdhar, welcome. Sharangdhar. There we go. Right. This is you'll hear this, by the way, in our story, in our pod of today, because what Prachiti does has a lot to do with being willing to be present, being willing to accept that mistakes are part of life. That's what makes life so beautiful. And not just our mistakes, but just being present to not being perfect, but being present to our presence. So yeah, thank you so much for making the time and for being here on this pod. And I know that people will truly benefit from your story, your life, and of course what you do today. So, Prachiti, with that, welcome to the iHypnosis Coaching Journeys.
You so much, Rahul. Yeah. Till now, I've just done Insta Live. This is the first. I think this is my second YouTube.
Wow.
Once I done, I think a year ago, and that was pretty spontaneous. This is quite organized, and I must before we begin. But I really want to. It's commendable the way you have structured the entire thing. I was from the first time we connected for this podcast thing till today, not once I can find out a loop or a gap, or I can say we need to improve perfectly. Email exchange, SMSs to the point, meeting before, getting me ready, everything fantastic, Rahul. Seriously.
Thank you.
And this has doubled my energy and enthusiasm.
Nice. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And like I said, it's like when creation wills our creations into existence, that's when we know we're doing something that definitely is meant to be here. It's not just coming from our ego or our just our own desire, but it's designed to to really make a difference in the lives of others. So thank you, thank you once again, and thank you for those kind words. We definitely, and I say we today because this has become a community led process. It's not just me doing all of the work. There are, we have a team. In fact, kudos to Devasmita for, for doing a lot of the back and forth. And here we are today, recording this. And I know, as I said, before we went live, that these podcasts are not just for our own joy and pleasure. Yes, we do enjoy the conversation. It's an opportunity that we get to connect like this. But I know that even if there's one message that connects with somebody, that's in this process of being or wanting to be a coach, wanting to be a healer, somewhere on this journey, I know that it will definitely be one part of their journey, their growth. So with that, thank you once again. Welcome. And let's kick it off on one note, which is, um, I was in fact reading your bio again. There's like a whole bunch of things, that we could talk about. One thing, of course, like I said, we met in passing last year briefly. This must have been, I think, at about like that's when we kind of connected. I think it would have been in the lobby of the Leela at something like 11 or 12 in the morning. This was when we had finished one of the days. It might have been the last day of FBR, which is the Freedom Business Retreat. And we happened to sort of nod and smile. And we were, I think you were sort of moving from one group to another, and I was sitting with one group, and we just kind of connected there. And then, of course, this year we had a very deep, exchange. And I don't know if you remember this, but it literally started at the reception at the lobby, because this was the other lobby, because I had, come in just before the session started. I came in to collect my name tag, and, this is the help desk, and that's where we connected. And then, of course, after that, I got to see your son on stage, which was a beautiful experience in itself. At some point in our conversation today, I'm sure we can talk about that as well. But it's such a pleasure to meet you like this, and I'm really, with all eagerness and curiosity, looking forward to hearing your story. So maybe to start with, if you could share a little bit about, if someone says, okay, so Prachiti, what do you do? What do you do today? And I'll say the what do you do and what do you do today? So you can use either as a sort of like a prompt, and we'll start from there.
The designation is vibrant voice coach.
Uh-huh.
And what I do is I teach voice modulation.
Wow.
And this is for presenters. This voice modulation is not for singers. That ways. Yeah. And yeah, that's about it. And I go a little deeper into that, along with just the superficial voice modulation, which is just exercising your voice muscles, etc. Other than that, I even work on the mindset and confidence building and presentation skills. It's all on self-development, self-growth. It's to understand and focus on those areas of life which have been ignored. Most of the times we know
True.
that we don't know, or we know that this needs to be done.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need just the other person to tell you that.
That's right.
Kar lo na, just think, why don't you do that? So I want to be that person and just help people, serve people.
Beautiful. Wow. That in itself is like a lifetime of work. And as you say, when you work with people who are somewhere inspired to let their voices go out into the universe, create those ripples of change or transformation, or just, that reminder to others who listen to them that, hey, I matter too. The fact that you have chosen to be their guide is amazing. And I have a sense that, and this is what we shared very briefly yesterday, if you could, go as far back as you wish to kind of like thread this, because a lot of people, either are at the start of that journey of healing, or they're at the start of that journey of their transformation. And there are some who've kind of gone a little bit further. And so therefore today they're like, I want to be a coach. And post-COVID, a lot of people have seen good examples of, of people successfully making that transition from, let's say, corporate life to coaching, and maybe somewhere in between. Right? And everybody has a different story. But I'd love for you to share with us, if when you go back in time, how did you arrive at what you do today? Like, did you know this from the time you were a child, or is this something that you discovered along the way? So, you can take this in any direction to sort of take us back in time, and then obviously we'll come back to the present.
My journey, I would go back as 4 decades.
Wow, nice.
I just make two sections or divide it. First is the foundation, and second is the application.
Nice,
Okay,
beautiful.
for growth. It was the year 1983. And in those days, we did not have playgroups. So there was this Balwadi annual function, and all the kids were bitterly crying and howling. The principal was, she went bonkers. She didn't know what to do. The next performance was not happening because all the children were crying. Now there's this one child who is not crying, but looking at others, she's almost about to get tears, but not yet crying.
Right.
Her mother was asked. The principal called her mother and said, is it okay if your daughter just goes and gives a small performance or says some poetry or poem? The mother was confident, of course, my daughter will. Why not? The mother went to the daughter, and daughter said no.
Wow.
The mother pulled the hand, took her on the stage, held the mic, bolo.
Wow.
And that was my first stage performance.
Nice.
At 2.5.
At 2.5. Wow.
Yes,
Amazing.
2.5.
Amazing.
That is how.
Amazing.
And in the school, this is very interesting. My school life was memorable in a different way. The teachers did not understand that I was a special ed student, which means my learning abilities were different. Very much in tune in all the other aspects, but the blackboard and chalk method would not work for me, which is why I was always below average or average student, and I had to face immense humiliation for that. Things like books thrown out of the class, books even thrown on me, like that.
Yeah.
So not a very pleasant memory. However, today I thank God that I went through that, because that empowered me to ensure that nobody else faces this.
Right.
Having said that, moving on, the school was pretty average. In my 10th grade, which was board, I decided, as in, it came to me internally that this will not work. Teachers don't understand you, parents, nobody's understanding. You're the only one. If the result, whatever the result comes, you are the one who's going to bear it. Nobody else understands, so you cannot blame them. So I figured out, I devised my own learning methods.
Wow.
And I got distinction in my 10th grade. Now, somebody who was always pushed, in those days, we did not have that government rule. So the teachers would just, in one or two subjects, there were red lines, but if I'm passing in the others, they would promote me. In many times, not every time, but many times. Majority of the times, I can say that. Then I understood and I worked on that. All said and done, completed my college also. I did accounts. I did double graduation, in fact. I did commerce with majors in accountancy and marketing as well. Then I got married and came to Mumbai. The foundation years are still continuing. Here also, the first 5 years of my marriage were like a proper Bollywood drama. I'll tell you. In a new place, and I got a job in MNC, I'll tell you. The people out there somehow did not everybody, but most, my boss and all, somehow they did not accept me, either because I was from a small town or I was simple. I tried my level best. I even developed an accent. It comes naturally when you work in that environment. You answer those calls and all. You develop that accent, and always purchasing new clothes to fit into that culture or things like that. When it, seeking everyone's approval for everything, always seeking everyone's appreciation. No, why she's not happy? I tried that for so long, but somehow the kind of even in my social circle, there were some people in my network, they still are, who did not accept me. Again, because maybe I was from a small town, and somehow I got that. And I constantly was seeking everyone's approval. Then the point came when I got pregnant. And that was the time when something shifted in me. As in, instead of seeking approvals or trying to fight for myself, what the one thought that changed it all for me was what I underwent, my child should not undergo.
Right.
What if his learning also
Mm.
was like that? That is when,
Mm.
I mean, after I delivered my child, I mean, these things
Mm.
started coming when he was
Right.
developing in me. You know, it
Right.
was 9 months. The journey
Right.
was very beautiful and it was full of introspection.
Mm.
So after he was born, I did a course in early childhood care and education
Mm.
where I got a distinction in child psychology. And that is when I learned
Mm.
that I was a special learner.
Wow.
And the category that I would put myself in is a
Mm.
kinesthetic learner. If you can
Mm.
see, I'm moving my hands.
Mm.
This comes naturally. I'm
Mm.
devised or wired in such a way
Mm.
where I learn with movement. So if you tell
Right.
me or show me this is an apple, this is
Mm.
about when I was a child, I will forget it is an apple. But if you give me an apple,
Apple. Mm.
if you tell me to taste it, then
Mm.
I will remember it
Remember.
is an apple.
Mm.
If you say A for apple, I will not understand.
Correct. Yeah.
But if I hold it, and if I hold
Mm.
the letter A, and if I
Mm.
put them together, I will understand.
Correct. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is what I realized,
Wow.
my learning. And that helped me work with my child. I
Mm.
work with my son. Now, in general, it happens with everybody. The home environment is too pampering for a child.
Mm.
Everybody will do what you want.
Mm.
No, no, don't take his studies.
Mm.
He's still a child. It was very
Right.
normal. But still, in my own way, whenever I got time, I used to work with Vibhan, my son.
Mm.
And I used to, find out different ways of teaching him.
Mm.
Post that, I took up a job as a special ed educator.
Mm.
In that job, at the end of 1 year program, 80% of my students showed 90% development,
Wow.
92% on an average. So
Mm.
out of 52 students, you can see 80%. There was one student I recall in seventh grade. She was not able to write A to Z or even recall
Mm.
A to Z in seventh grade.
Wow.
It was a government school, and that
Mm.
time promotions and all started. The children were promoted.
Mm.
At the end of the program, 1 year program, she was able to raise her hand for answering questions in the class,
Wow.
and she started forming 3 and 4 letter words and correct spellings.
Mm.
That was a major achievement, and that is
Mm.
when I got a bulb on. I thought that in one school, if I can cater to this number of
Right.
children, if I get into a training or coaching
Mm.
or in a different space where I reach out to larger number of
Mm.
children, that is how my training journey started.
Mm.
That was in 2015, 2013. 2014 I completed. After 14, I took up a job, and along with the job, I started doing small little projects and workshops and all.
Mm.
So then now in the now fast forward a decade in this industry,
Mm.
from an educationalist
Mm.
to a coach to a
Mm.
soft skill coach to a voice modulation trainer to a vibrant voice trainer,
Mm.
I have trained close to 9,000 participants
Nice.
in this last journey,
Mm.
and across different age groups,
Mm.
across different professions. I've even traveled for my work.
Nice.
So this is how I have reached here.
Mm.
And in this journey, when again the motherhood taught me not to seek appreciation.
Mm.
Because what I realized was my child will look up to me.
Mm.
If I'm constantly seeking appreciation from my seniors, my boss, from just people who, people from the social network,
Mm.
network in the sense your
Correct.
friends, family, friends,
Correct.
whoever,
Correct.
he will learn the same.
Mm.
So that was a trigger in my life.
Nice.
And I want to do the same. I have been doing the
Mm.
same for every participant who has been there. I have been there to serve. I've been
Mm.
as a facilitator, not
Right.
as a trainer, coach, just a
Mm.
facilitator. You have
Mm.
this, just trust me and I will take it out. I
Right.
will get it out for you.
Mm.
I don't want you to seek anybody's
Mm.
approval for who you are.
Mm.
And you can see my accent is also same. I accept it. I'm telling you, Rahul, the minute I accepted myself the way I was, I started owning up for my choices.
Mm.
The same people who humiliated me or said terrible things, they have shifted.
Right.
They have become so different because they understood that what they say does not matter.
Mm.
Probably to make themselves matter,
Of course.
maybe they have
Of
changed.
course. Of course.
I don't know that, and it doesn't
Mm.
matter. And in my heart, I thank each and every person for giving me that experience. Why? Because I went through that, I
Correct.
can understand pain of somebody
True.
else.
So
This
true.
has been my
Beautiful.
journey. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
I hope it was not too long.
No,
I
no,
just
no.
tried to make it.
It's exactly as it's meant to be. And like I said, these these podcasts are designed not by some specific formula or anything like that. Right? It's like your story is truly meant to inspire other people. So as you feel drawn to and led to share, that's really, if you ask me, the base of the foundation of these conversations. So you've obviously lived and been in different worlds, right? As a coach, as a trainer, as of course as a parent, as a mother, um, what would you say kind of like stands out for you as maybe, like you said, one that I will never seek approval because that's what I'm teaching my child. Are there any maybe two or three sort of principles that you resonate with, that like uh, this is something that I know can help others? But we're going to do it a little differently because, of course, as you can tell, we work from home. So I've asked the question. So imagine as if my screen will go blank for exactly maybe a minute. But imagine as if I'm sitting here, because I will
You
go and
want me to
answer the
go?
door, but do continue, because for people who are watching this, they get to hear you speak, and of course in about 30 to 50 seconds I'll be back. But do answer the question, and then I'll.
Few things that I resonate with. Got it. I'll do that. The things that I resonate first is accepting yourself just the way you are. We have to accept ourselves with our strengths, which is what I did, and areas of improvement. Second, once you accept, we need to, we need to, I work on basically a formula called ALL, ALL. A stands for acceptance, L stands for learning, which means the areas that you realize that you need to learn something about some skills, you have to learn, you have to upgrade yourself. Not seeking someone's approval does not mean becoming arrogant. If someone gives us a feedback that yes, you need to improve on this skill or your time management skills or your organization skills, how do you organize or prioritize your tasks, we need to learn that. And the last is letting go. We need to let go of things that don't matter, people's opinions, anything that doesn't matter. Let go and let it out. Let your inner power unfold. Let it just come out. So basically, I gave a formula which I personally
Mm,
applied for myself is
mm-hmm.
all, ALL.
Nice.
A is awareness.
Mm,
We need to be aware and acceptance.
mm,
Both. It stands for
mm,
both awareness as well as we need to be aware of our personality
mm,
and we need to accept ourselves as we are.
mm,
Not seeking validation does not mean arrogance. If someone
mm,
tells us we need to work on our prioritization skills,
mm,
organizational skills, or time management, we should work on that. That's a
mm,
different story.
mm,
Then we need to, L is for second, the first L is
mm,
for learning. You need to
mm,
learn any area of improvement. We
mm,
need to work. We have to work on that.
mm.
And third L is for one, let it go and let it out.
Nice.
Let it go means anything, people,
Mm,
situations, memories that don't matter, words
mm.
that don't matter, let it go. Just
Beautiful.
finish. Don't, no one need to cry over spilled milk. It's
Mm,
milk, it's spilled, clean it up and move on, man.
right.
Just get another can and let it out. Now that everything is
Mm,
done, you are aware, you have learned, you have let it out, you have let it go. Now let it out. Just let your
amazing.
inner power unfold.
Beautiful. Very, very powerful. And, and I'm sure as someone who has taught learning for as long as you have, you recognize that, keeping our formula short and memorable, that's a great way to for people to recall it later. So very, very powerful. So tell me this, in these different chapters of your life, right? Are there any like very powerful stories that stand out for you? Like you started to talk about, your first ever story of when you were on stage, and it was literally like, mic ko thamba diya, and then that was it. It was like that was the start of your journey. So, are there any stories that you would love to today share with us? Because it's like saying now we have a overview of how, Prachiti came to be here. So if there are any stories that come to your mind, um, maybe, maybe in your teens or maybe in your 20s or 30s, that stories that to you, like, yeah, these really stand out as a way of possibly maybe reminding you that, hey, you know what, I'm actually meant to be this coach. I'm meant to be someone that will help people heal. Because like you said, the mindset, a lot of the mindset shift happens when healing happens. Otherwise it's like we're talking like, and purane zamane mein, when you had the trainers would typically talk at people. Yeah. uh, Either at, which is a good thing, or down, which is makes our own lives as trainers more difficult. It's like you come in your pantsuit, and when you talk to people, talk down to people, you may feel good that I'm speaking something that I read or whatever, but for people it's just like it's coming down and it's like bouncing off, right? So instead, have there been instances where you kind of were like, you know I'm actually meant to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but these flashes, uh yeah, that seem to have
Just a lighter note
sure,
out
sure.
of the syllabus question.
Yes, yes.
I love that.
Right.
Trust me, because that is when my spontaneity comes
Yes,
out.
yes,
I had
yes,
not thought of this,
yes.
but this is a simple thing. In my 10th vacation,
Mm,
okay, in my 10th and 12th vacation,
mm,
rather from my 10th summer vacation, I started teaching. At that time, I used to
mm,
teach choreography, dance, offices for the community service,
mm,
CSR. Now we have those names,
mm.
CSR activities.
Correct.
In those days, those names, acronyms, and all were
Or
not
not
there.
there. Correct.
So just community help or service ke liye, they used to have these projects for employees' children.
Mm,
I used to go and teach dance there, and I would not do it for money. I would just do.
mm,
I was also 15, so they also koi bachchi aa rahi hai. And for me, it was more of a vacation thing.
mm.
Vacation.
Right,
Hey, 3 months are there. What to do? Let me just keep myself occupied,
right.
and that helped me also practice at home and keep let the vacation go. So after that, through those little ad hoc incidences where I used
Mm,
to teach in offices, somehow a word spread. I'm from Gujarat and Vadodara,
mm,
by the way, which
mm,
is why. And then after I got married, I shifted to Mumbai.
mm.
That way, so I'm from you. At that time, it was a small town.
Correct.
Definitely, now it's changed.
Sure.
Having said that, in my 12th vacation,
Mm,
I got an opportunity because of those workshops that I had conducted for the last 2 years. Word spread. I got to know people, or people got to know me through
mm,
somebody must have said in friends group that अरे हमारे यहाँ पे एक छोटी सी लड़की आती है जो बच्चों को सिखाती है.
mm.
Through whatever network, I got a chance, an opportunity to work with NGOs.
Um,
And there I got a chance to work with adolescent girls.
wow.
Throughout my college,
Mm,
along with my studies,
mm.
I had been serving
Wow.
in different platforms.
Mm,
So this is a entire, it's not a particular story, but this
mm,
is one thing. So wherever I got an opportunity to help people,
mm.
I took it. And it
Wow.
happened very naturally.
Mm,
At that point, I was not even thinking that it's a help or service or
mm.
something. I just did it. Alright, chalo, good. I get a chance to teach. I used to enjoy. I was like the typical bubbly girl. You wake me up at 2 a.m. also in my sleep. Chalo, jana hai. Okay, come on. In 5 minutes, I can pack my bag and I'll be ready.
Right.
So I had, as I said, I'm a kinesthetic person.
Mm,
This came naturally to me.
mm,
And my friends, classmates, they would look down.
mm.
Is she doing NGO? Oh, what is this? गांव
Mm.
में जाती है, but गांव में जाके सिखाती है tides.
Right.
And later, although my beginning was humble when I was
Mm,
young, but
mm,
towards my college and all, my parents and all were well set.
mm,
Then we went to the middle
mm,
class group that way. And we're from a good family. So
mm.
from someone from such a family, why is she working like that?
Right.
But those were the days where I heard many painful stories of
Mm,
children, of even
mm,
ladies. In my college, Can you believe it? I had conducted a session for entrepreneurship
Wow.
for village women.
Wow.
I did not know these words at that point in time,
Correct.
but I gave them a list of 20 uh, gram udyog or village businesses that they could do. List of 20.
Wow.
Those ladies did not know. That included achar making, then many things related to farming. I don't even recall them now. Even cooking for each other. Like if it's a group of 20 women will do a same thing, something like that. I don't know what. I don't recall. But having said that, even if I did not know, and if I got an opportunity, I learned it. I went to people, I asked them, and I went and I never hesitated in asking questions. Even today, wherever I am, if I feel, I just throw a question. If I don't understand, I somehow don't feel ashamed, or somehow I don't feel there is anything wrong in asking questions.
Correct.
So this is my entire, this is one part of journey where I took up every opportunity that I got to present whatever skills I had. Now coming down, now fast forward to 2023, last year. Last year, what happened was, between April to July, I was on a bed rest. And from COVID, in fact, a little before COVID also, from 2018 or 19, my health somehow started deteriorating. I have this natural energy boost, but then on a physiological level, I started experiencing food poisoning once, at least twice in a year.
Wow.
I have been hospitalized, I don't know, 3 to 4, like every year at least one hospitalization would happen. Even the doctors and nurses and staff got to know me. Arey, kyun bahar ka khate ho? Everybody would say, bahar ka kyun khate ho? 5 years went in that. Although I had worked on many courses, I had developed many courses, but I could not continue because of my health. Every time I would launch something, it would launch, I would sell few courses online, and then again my health would deteriorate. Last year, it was so bad that the medical condition, I was seriously on bed rest completely. And that is when it got me thinking I was not happy about it. I realized that if this continues, then I will not be able to do what I'm passionate about. I have to do something. I have to find out a way. Because from here, there was a point of no return. If the health would deteriorate further, we don't know what would happen.
True.
And I'm a fighter. I'm telling you, I have that fighting spirit. I will go till the end, till I don't get the last answer. I will not give up. I'm that kind of person. Then I found out some doctor who's in Pune, comes to Mumbai once in a while. As you said, there's some connections. It just happened. Within 5 seconds, he was an Ayurvedic doctor. He is. Within 5 seconds, he told me exactly what was wrong with my system. We worked on that for 4-5 months, and then on, my system recovered. And from there is no looking back. I immediately started conducting my one-to-one sessions online and continuing till now. In fact, 2 months ago, I even joined medically what is not possible. There's one more phase where I had asthma, and for years, even when I was a child, I had this dust allergy, which was severe, developed into asthma. I did a lot of yoga, pranayam, took control, and even that is gone. But medically, I'm unfit for many things. I'm not supposed to do many things. And the things that I'm unfit for are commando training, a proper rigorous commando training where we have to crawl on the ground, climb on those tired walls, hang yourself, walk on those lines. I have done everything.
Wow.
You name it, and I have done it. Nahi karna, acha. That way. And my latest is I've joined this Indian martial arts, Mardani Khel. It's of Lati. And we are supposed to swirl two rounds, and I used to go like that. That was 2 months ago. Today, at a stretch, I can do 20.
Wow.
It's not about ignoring my health.
Correct.
It is about giving myself small challenges step by step.
That's right.
And something very simple, Rahul.
Mm,
If I don't do it,
mm,
I'm not in a position to empower somebody else.
mm.
What integrity do I have to myself?
True, true.
So, in order to develop that integrity towards my own mission,
Mm,
I give myself those little challenges. And I
nice.
did that.
Mm,
And my growth is slow. What others can do probably 50, I'm doing 20 and I'm
mm,
okay with that.
mm. True.
But from a state where you're not supposed to do till you're doing, I think it's a
Yeah,
good growth.
that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. Wow.
that's about.
Amazing. I'm just absorbing what you shared. It's really, really powerful. And I'm sure, for people who are like, we all have our own reasons for, why we don't want to do something. Especially, when we talk about coaching, we talk about healing. Um, it's like once you know you're meant to do this, right? That's when a lot of the self doubt comes in, right? That's when a lot of uh, the what was that? There's a name for it, right? Something syndrome is what it's called, where you basically doubt yourself, right? It'll come to me in a second. But in simple terms, it's like, where you suddenly, because you now know what you're meant to do, it's like now our conscious mind starts its own little tandav, right? Oh, chatter, that little dance that it plays inside of us, that no, but then why do you need to do it? And sometimes that will sort of show up outside of us, because what we're feeling on the inside is what people will sort of echo from the outside, not the other way around. We think, oh, they are, they don't support us, or they don't believe in us. It's usually there are exceptions, but usually a lot of that is our own inner, you know um, uh, we are sort of like playing the B team. It's like we want to bring ourselves down. We want to say things to minimize that. I'd love to hear from you. I mean, because like you said, you've really had these life experiences that have, you could have chosen to give up. You could have chosen to let go and say, "ठीक है, doctors are saying this. They are, trained medical professionals, so they must be knowing what they're saying, and so therefore, मैं नहीं करूँगी. ठीक है, I will sort of." And again, I'm not a medical professional, but I'm just saying from what you shared, you made certain choices that took a certain, inner conversation, inner dialogue to happen. So I'd love to, love for you to share, what was that like when you were told, okay, Prachiti, don't do these things, and be safe, play safe, so you can live in a certain way, but something inside you said, nah, right? What's that? What was that?
Exactly that. Um, as I mentioned earlier, I asked a lot of questions. Why?
mm,
Why?
mm,
Why no?
mm,
Why not? Why not if I can do just a little bit?
right.
Why a complete no?
Mm,
That is one thing. One important thing is that I have been spiritually inclined
mm,
almost for the last. This is one example that the group the spiritual group that I'm with,
mm,
they from last 17 and a half years continuously I've been performing a certain breathing technique.
nice.
It's called the Sudarshan Kriya. Having
Mm,
said that, today, because there was a live in the afternoon, I had to do it early. I mean, I
mm.
had to be ready before time. I got up I was awake in the Brahma Muhurat, 4 o'clock,
Nice.
and I
Nice.
finished that. It is just a breathing technique.
Mm,
And you set intentions before doing, and
mm,
then you surrender to God. That's it.
mm.
Not any
Yeah.
particular deity or name. It's just a spiritual
Mm,
practice.
mm,
And I gave myself to the universe. So this practice helped me being spiritually inclined and practicing yoga and meditation for all
mm,
these years has helped me develop the curiosity,
mm.
and it has given me that push. I'm being very honest. जो सच है वो है.
Correct.
मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगी अरे मैं ही ऐसी थी वैसी थी, वो सब ठीक है, बट अपना जो सेल्फ एक्सेप्टेंस भी आता है उसके लिए भी ना हमको कहीं पुश चाहिए. यू नीड, and that comes from inside, and for that to come from inside you need to be internally aligned with the universe.
Yes.
When you align with the universe aligns with you. So that helped me um, build that self confidence that yes, you can do it. And it is not that I went all out and ignored everything. As I mentioned, I did step by step, challenge myself. Can I do this? Let me
Nice.
try this. Let me try that. And that is how I went on. And Rahul, uh, while you were speaking about this, I just connected. It was right on target what you said. I was not accepting myself. When
Right.
I was accepting, seeking approvals, people were not giving.
Correct.
They were not accepting me because I was not accepting myself. No,
Right.
the
Beautiful.
day I said to myself and in my mind to them, you don't accept me, God bless you. I am me.
Right.
However you perceive me, it's your problem. And today, when I go with them in the same environment, it is so different. And I have realized, not commenting on anyone, but they have their own set of
Yeah. Of
insecurities.
course.
Sometimes, people just need somebody a little more weaker, someone more vulnerable to shove or throw their insecurities on. That was it. So, as you're saying, yes, internally, these all practices overall help me. Spiritual practices and a curiosity of why. Anytime anyone asks me a question, if someone tells me a yes, then also it's a why. Then it's how. If it's a yes, then how is it possible? If it is a no, then it's why it's not possible. These are the two questions. They are in my DNA. I always ask
Nice.
questions.
Beautiful.
So
Yeah. So I was thinking, like one is when you've really like experienced life so deeply. If someone says, okay, I really love Prachiti's energy, and I want to be, in this space that you're creating. Are there any kind of, say, programs or maybe a community that you run? Is there anything, that you're currently doing where people can, be engaged with you and, benefit from being in your energy and in your space?
there are two. Right now, I'm building my systems. As I said last year, because of my medical thing, I pulled out all the systems. I'm building my online courses. Other than that, what I'm doing currently is I'm running two programs. One is a one-to-one program, and one is a 1-year program.
Nice.
That way. That 1-year program I will officially launch on 30th of November. It is my
Beautiful.
mother's birthday.
Oh, that's
She
so
was the
sweet.
first person who gave that mic
Right.
to me.
Right.
No matter, I'm sure she's watching this, no matter how much we fight even now, I cannot change the fact. And I'm so grateful to her for not listening to me.
Yes.
I said I don't want to do it. She pulled my hand, take the mic and say. She just so
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mom.
Beautiful.
And I'll be launching the 1-year program now on this 30th of November.
Nice.
The way to get connected to me is my FB group and my LinkedIn group. And I've created a Telegram group as well. You can share the link if it's
Yes,
okay.
please.
I'll share. It's
Yeah.
a Telegram group. So on that I keep on sharing. It's a closed group. It's not public, it's private group. So through either of these channels, either Facebook or through LinkedIn, you can connect with me.
So we'll definitely
And
add that. Right? The
Oh,
LinkedIn
lovely.
group has
Thanks.
been added, both your LinkedIn
Yes.
page and the other link that you had shared with us.
Yes.
We'll also add your Facebook and the Telegram group so that people
Yeah.
can reach out to
Yeah.
you, people who are watching
Yeah.
this, not only now, but even in the days ahead. And let me ask you this differently then, right? So let's say someone reaches out to you. What do you feel called to or drawn to in this program that you've created, like how will you be able, how will you help them, like what would they experience with you, whether it's the one-to-one or being with you over the course of a year? What are some of the things that they will be able to receive and they'll be able to experience with you?
Is it okay if I answer it a little
Please,
differently?
please.
First is before getting anyone into my program,
Mm,
I ask them why they want to do the
mm,
program and why they want to do it with me.
mm,
Because till date, I have not spent a single rupee on ads.
mm,
Everything has happened organically.
mm,
People have reached out to me through LinkedIn
mm,
and FB or wherever they've seen through groups. I'm there on some groups also. That is the reason I asked that if you connect with me, then.
mm,
And these are the three values. One is spirituality.
mm,
It's like a triangle.
mhm,
So you cannot say which comes first.
mhm,
All these three are fine.
mhm,
Family,
mhm,
then my commitment towards my community,
mm,
and spirituality.
mm,
Basically, my commitment if towards
mm,
everyone around me in my environment. That
mm,
commitment stays in my environment. It's
mm,
in my being. So if you resonate with these values, then we'll go ahead with the course.
mm,
And towards the end of the course, uh, even if it's the one-to-ones,
mm,
the outcome or how would that person be when they join?
mm,
These are the few questions that I ask them.
mm,
One, I've just noted down.
mm,
Why do you want to do it?
mm,
Why do you want? Why voice modulation आपको किसके लिए चाहिए?
mm,
So many times they don't realize. They say हमको public speaking करना है इसके लिए चाहिए.
mm,
But that is not the correct answer.
mm.
Then I say give me another reason why you want to do it. यानी क्या पब्लिक स्पीकिंग ही है ना और क्या चाहिए?
Mm,
ठीक है, सपोज पब्लिक स्पीकिंग तो करना ही है, दैट इज द रीजन, बट
mm,
व्हाई
mm,
आई आस्क सो मेनी व्हाइस टिल दे गेट टू द एक्चुअल व्हाई.
mm,
It sometimes happens after the second or third session, but the point is they need to go to the actual why.
mm,
Somewhere what comes out is their own insecurity,
mm,
most of it, or it could be something else.
mm,
They are, you'll be surprised to know, or maybe you would be aware since you're into hypnosis and you're already a healer, but talking for the general audience, people want to imitate somebody.
mm.
That is why they want to do it, even in a professional space.
Yeah,
Either
true.
their mentor or their
Correct.
bosses or somebody.
Correct.
That is where I tell them,
Mm,
whatever, then the process goes. So first, I ask them why.
mm,
Then we work on areas. There are some tests,
mm,
exercises that we do
mm,
where I get them aligned to the
mhm,
areas of improvement.
mm.
Voice also has many areas,
Correct.
and all are interlinked.
Mm,
You cannot say the pitch, tone, power, etc.
mm,
So all seven are interlinked, but
mm,
out of them, there is one such area which needs desperate attention or needs immense practice or
mm,
focus.
mm.
You identify that. This is
Nice.
before beginning the program.
Mm,
Then, what are you expecting from the program?
mm,
What are they expecting? Is it only voice? They
mm.
come for voice, but eventually turns out to be a lot more than that.
Correct.
It goes into pronunciations, accent.
Correct.
These all are a part of voice,
Correct.
but they don't realize it.
Mm,
And then how do you want to do it? It's an online thing, it's a Zoom thing.
sure.
So how, in the sense, their availability.
Mm,
If everything is correct, and if they say no, we are busy, I can do only once in a month and all, then I just say it's okay, take your time.
mm,
Take your time. Focus, because if we meet once in a month,
correct.
you meet for 1 hour
Mm,
and then 29 days you don't see and you come again, there is a 90% chance a person would not have done the exercises or practices. And I don't want just anyone to pay me and do the courses. That is not the thing. I want to see an outcome. I want them to feel that outcome. This first I get the person's and the alignment, in thoughts.
Yeah.
This is this, and then these are the outcomes. When they say why, they get the answer. What are their expectations?
Right.
So the upper, if I can give you a proper outcome is one. Obviously, there's going to be a voice modulation. Two, they will be able to confidently speak in front of aram se 1,000 people.
Nice. Very
That
nice.
kind. 3, they will have even a video presence. We do video presentations also. 4, they will learn appropriate body language, which is required. And this body language is not just about presenting yourself, that you holding yourself, language to gauge people's attention.
Correct.
How to draw people's attention towards us. In the last few years, I've been doing a course, or I've been doing research on cognitive development, right and left brain. So there's a lot they will learn about human psychology also, where they will be able to handle conflicts. Main is voice conflicts, technical glitch, this, that, the glitch. Like, see what happened. It was fun. It was fun, and I really like it. I enjoy. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like that. I also fumble even while talking. I fumble so many times. So handling conflict, most of the times I have seen, you can say 95% of the times, when things go unplanned, I have seen people that I work with, they fumble. And that is when, switch off ho jata. Now what to do? They panic.
Correct.
So that panic button off ho jayega. At least meri taraf se to I try that. So these are the 5, you can say, outcomes.
Nice. Very nice. Very powerful. Are there, like, in over the last so many years that you've been doing this, maybe one or two that like truly stand out for you, that, yeah, like, man, this was amazing. I mean, I know, I can see it on your face that you kind of remembered that. So I don't need to expand anymore. I'll leave it to you to unpack it for us.
Yeah. 4 I can share. Many, in fact, even when I was not a voice coach, I used to conduct communication skill sessions in 25 schools all over Mumbai.
Wow.
So I used to work with teenagers, preteens, tweens, as they say. ये सब words सीखने पड़ते हैं to be Gen Z, Gen Alpha, ये सब करने के उनके साथ रहने के लिए. So I've worked with a lot of tweens and teens, and there were many cases where towards the end of the program, 4 months, 5 months, sometimes the crash course was 2 months or 3 months. It was actually a year-long program, but whenever we did, towards the end, those children started giving presentations. And I work with different companies also as a freelance, as a facilitator. And in two instances, when the groups that I had mentored, the students, the teenagers that I had mentored, they participated in competition, all India competition, and 2 such groups were there. They got first prize.
Nice.
And the beauty is, all of them were introverts.
Wow.
At that time, it was not, although not voice modulation, it was communication skills, and that involved voice modulation also, standing, giving presentations. It was an entrepreneurship. It was an entrepreneurship. Nice. So how do you, my job was to help them give a presentation for like a Shark Tank system. The judges will be there. You have to pitch for finances. How do you present your product? So that how to make presentations and things like that. So 2 such cases where 2 of my teams that I had mentored, they stood first in India in the competition for India's Future Tycoons.
Nice.
Then that is one. Then other cases are one, since I haven't received the testimony till now, I would not want, and I was not even collecting. I was happy in my flow, where I was going. So it is, I've just not collected. But one lady, I conducted sessions for her 2 years ago. And after the sessions were over, we did not get much in touch and all. But we are still in contact every time. We just wish each other. It's a very graceful thing, relation. I saw her ads the other day on Facebook. She's a healer.
Wow. Amazing.
And I see that transformation in her. When we began 2 years ago, she also began her journey as a healer 2 years ago. And then she joined this that way. Then another second one is this one lady. We connected at the beginning of this year. We did the 3-month program, and 2 months back, she invited me as a keynote speaker
Nice.
in a conference where she was doing a little bit of anchoring. So,
Beautiful.
and she only told me that confidence with which she was doing it, we could see,
Yeah.
she told me she could identify the difference, and having you there was
Amazing.
so much.
Yeah.
And because of her, I would say I got this opportunity to share the stage with Dr. Radhakrishna Pillai. Yeah. He is India's leading, I would say, speaker on Chanakya Niti, on ancient Indian warfare and business also, everything. So because of her. But having said that, I saw her. I
Yeah.
used to see her presentations online, and then I saw her right in front of me talking in front of so many people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was wonderful.
That's right.
And one example which you have seen, we were coming to that. My son Vivan,
That's right.
you saw him. Um, just a little background, that we are a part of a community, and we had an event, an international conference that we met at Chennai.
Mm-hmm.
So there I had not disclosed. You also were not aware
Yeah.
that my son was a
Yeah.
speaker
Yeah.
thing. So you when you saw him, you realized that he was my son. I don't know
Yes.
if you had met him before.
No,
You
I've never met him,
recognized
but
him.
I kind of like picked up on that.
Okay. Yeah. We practiced barely for 2 weeks, believe it or not. You saw his presentation.
Wow.
There are two things I would like to get to the end of this.
Sure.
First thing is Vivan's speech, that we practiced only for 2 weeks, and we used to practice at midnight, literally from 12 to 1.
Wow.
After schools and tuitions and studies and play, he used to come drained. But the way we would practice voice modulation, body language, earlier he was like a jelly. He always shaking. It was not easy
Yeah.
to work with
Yeah.
him alone. When he's in a group, it's different. Children look at each other, they feel
Correct.
that competitive spirit and they work. But working him with my own son alone is very difficult. And he has seen so many speakers. And most of the speakers that we see on, we keep on watching YouTube, lots of podcasts and YouTube channels. They are mostly they are moving around. And
Correct.
this is, see, there are stages. Even for
Correct.
public speaking, there are different stages. For him, it was initial, which he did not understand. So he's like, "मैं भी चल के बात करूंगा." He was not ready to stand in one place. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah. Having said that, I worked with him for 2 weeks, and on the day of presentation, he went ahead, and the speech that he gave was flawless. There was a time when, I don't know if the audience got it, there were two places where the slides got stuck. He did not miss a single point. All the pointers that I gave him, भले डांट के या whatever, थोड़ा प्यार, थोड़ा डांट, थोड़ा सब मिला के किया, but this point that I was saying, conflict management, there was a conflict. And at one point he thought, the way I had prepared him was, imagine if the slides are not there, what will you
Right.
do? Light goes off. Then only your mic is working because it's on battery. The slides stop. The screen will go blank. What will you do? You cannot stop your presentation. And yeah, and somewhere he also got that feeling of service. He got the feeling that
Wow.
he's not here as Vivan. He is here as someone
True.
who has been given an opportunity to convey a message. The message has to reach out to people. So he was just there, allowing himself surrender to the universe and giving the message.
Beautiful.
This is the first thing. So this was these are the testimony, or
Yeah,
these are the examples that outcomes that I saw in my students. And the second thing that I want to share was about Vivan, that he did not do this because I said. My mentor in the digital space is Siddharth Rajshekhar. So somehow, in the last, I'm in the community for 5 years now, and every time we do these Hive meetups or Thursday calls, Vivan keeps on coming and he waves to people and go. So somehow he has included himself in the community
Right.
from last 3 years, 4 years,
Wow.
as a part of it.
Yeah.
He said yes only because Siddharth asked him.
Wow.
He surrendered to the mentor. And this child you saw, he came out so beautifully, and I give credit to Sids. I give that credit. I was just a medium to
Mm.
help him go there, but the motivation
Mm.
was Sid's word.
Right.
That one word, would you like to do, can, or would Vivan, would you like to do that? That thing just changed. I cannot say no to Sids. Even the night before presenting at 11 p.m., he said no.
Wow.
It's okay if I cancel, चलेगा ना? Like, हाँ, सिद्धार्थ को बोल दो, इधर इसी होटल में है. He's in the same place. You can just go and talk to him. Okay. Why are you getting so touchy? He's telling me. Don't get so serious. No, I can ask questions. So
Nice.
actually, I'm just answering your
Yeah.
question. Coming to the point
Mm.
is, the way Vivan trusted Sid's word, I want to be that word in people's life.
Ooh. Wow.
I want to see that transformation.
Wow.
I dream of, I wish that, okay, she said it, I can do it. She
Amazing.
realizes my potential.
Mm.
I want to be that.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And the biggest testimony is this product in front of you. After undergoing so much of
That's right.
turmoil, and I would say a roller coaster ride, not
Yeah.
a turmoil. After going through a roller coaster ride, I've learned
Mm.
to just smile, keep
Yeah.
smiling,
Yeah.
no matter
Yeah.
what.
Wow. Wow. So
Sorry to
please,
interrupt.
please.
You're saying something.
No, please.
If you meet my teachers in my school time, they will not believe that
Mm.
she's the same girl. There was a point when the teachers commented.
Mm.
They told my parents.
Mm.
That was a time when my parents became hopeless about me.
Mm.
Must have been in my eighth, seventh. I don't recall the grade, but
Mm.
somewhere around that seventh, eighth grade only. They told my parents at that time, 16 mein shadi was okay, marriage. Get
Mm.
her married. She can just have she can just get married and have children. She cannot do anything else in life.
Mm.
This is what the teachers had told me at that time
Mm.
when I was a teenager. Not a very pleasant thing, but it's
Of
okay.
course.
And today, it's okay. Forgive and forgotten, right? Forgotten in the sense the negativity related to it is
Yeah.
gone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Somewhere, maybe that gave me a push that no, this is not what I'm meant for.
Mm.
Never know.
That's
Acha, no,
right.
I will prove that I'm not
Yeah.
meant for that. I'm meant for bigger things in life.
It's
I
like
worked on myself also.
rivers and stones,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. So one question, as we slowly start to wrap this one. Of course, I'm sure in times to come, I will be curious, and I will definitely look forward to hearing a part two in time. I mean, I really believe that our stories truly inspire, and when people get to hear like a part one, then a part two, and over a period of time, that gives them more insight into, okay, I remember watching you share about your life then, and then how you're doing this, and then later they get to hear another version. So one question, and this is my favorite question, something that I discovered, this is at the time of this recording, it's been about 2 years since I had that sort of revelation, that epiphany, which is the power of community, right? And so part of what I do here is also a way of building community, letting people, it's almost like saying, if you zoom out, we're a community of coaches, right? We may be part of one community, we may be part of different communities, like we're following different mentors, whatever, doesn't matter. To me, as I look at it, we're all part of this sort of like this global movement of truly wanting to be able to help people, not just live their best lives, but really, truly, um, it's like live your purpose. Like that's what drives this for me. And one part of that is community, right? So I'd love to hear your thoughts on. Yeah, I can see that means something to you. So, so do share your thoughts, your perspectives on community.
One of the reasons that I am here
Mm,
is because of the community.
mm,
My community,
right.
where I'm a member,
Mm,
they have supported me
mm,
whenever I needed.
right.
And they gave me that push, that motivation, those
Mm,
kind words that you need to hear.
right.
Sometimes when your loved ones fail to understand you,
Right.
your community supports you. So
Mm,
for me, community means an extended version of a family. It's
wow.
an extended family.
Wow.
And the one sentence, if I have, one for all for one. We stand for each other. We
Wow.
stand strong.
Wow.
We encourage, motivate, empower each other. For me, that
Beautiful.
is community.
Beautiful.
It's not too long, but this is it. I think this says
Yeah.
it all.
That's so beautiful, and I'm not surprised that you said what you said just now,
Okay.
because I said the exact same
Yes.
words earlier
Oh,
today to our support community, right? So you interacted
really?
with Debasmita. There are a few more people who've
Yeah.
just joined, and this was literally just popped out exactly the way you said it. No, it's like one for all and all for one,
Woman.
and that at times it's one person who will support people. There will be times when it's many people who will support one, and that is what gives us the strength to keep coming back, to keep showing up, even though life will throw many different googlies and spin bowling and fast bowling, or just easy you know easy deliveries, which is also part of life, right? So it's not only pain. So yeah, I mean, it's such a. And I just looked at my clock. It's like almost my eyes saw 108, so I'll take it as 108. Um, but truly, it's such a beautiful conversation to have with you. And go ahead.
This might sound it's I'm not superstitious or something, but
Mm,
there's something nice happened, so I wanted to share with you.
sure.
Last night at 2:16, I
Mm,
woke up with a screeching sound.
mm,
Something outside my house. I saw there was a parrot.
wow.
Was something fluttering the wings and all. I have this beautiful family of parrots which comes every day and talks to me. Every day
Mm,
afternoon. This is now
mm,
4 o'clock is that time. Then I sit and I talk to them and all they do.
mm,
Having said that, first time in so many years it has happened.
mm,
And when I just looked up, I knew that it it said what as per the internet research or search, it said
mm,
it's a positive thing. When
mm,
birds come, there's something very special, that's something
mm.
very nice going to happen. Yeah, so that's and then this happened. And then he said we'll wait for a second one also. So I could just connect the
Yeah,
dots,
yeah.
to that. It's a very beautiful thing,
Mm.
very beautiful thing. I'm I'm getting those chills like wow, wow moment. अगर अभी YouTube live और ऐसे नहीं होता तो मैं yes करके से वो कॉलेज में कैसे चला रहे वैसे
Yes,
just
it's like,
करती if I
yes.
was alone. Yes, yes, I would have
Right?
done that.
Yeah.
And about the community, I would just like to share.
Please.
Is it if it's
Of
okay?
course, of course.
The community that I'm building, it's of working professionals,
Nice.
different presenters, TED Talk
Mm,
speakers, etc.,
mm,
and even entertainers.
mm.
Entertainers in terms of voice actors, those who give voiceover
Right,
artists,
right.
or budding actors, or
Mm,
even actors if they want to. There's this beautiful blend.
mm,
Why? Because I'll tell you something just to connect with what I said.
mm,
Many times, if somebody who's pursuing acting
mm.
might feel a little let down by
Yeah.
the area or environment that
Mm,
person he or she is working in,
mm,
when he or she presents in front of our community, say the Vibrant
mm,
Voice community,
mm.
Vibrant Voice Academy,
Nice.
he will get actual feedback,
Mm.
honest. There would be chances when people are praising him or her,
Correct. Mm,
but in reality, you might
mm.
get a constructive feedback.
Right.
Being honest to each other
Yeah,
is
yeah.
important. This is what I received when I was a part in the last few years when I have been presenting and I've got an opportunity to speak in Hive calls and what
Mm,
the weekly
mm,
calls that we have
mm.
several occasions, I have improved. I have worked upon my skills. I have received a feedback. that, you should do this. This could work. Why don't you try this? Why don't you
Mm.
try that? And through the community, I reached to this vibrant
Nice.
voice or voice
Nice.
modulation.
Mm.
Earlier, I was into communication skills and presentation skills.
Mm.
To narrow down my niche, coming to voice modulation, I got this from my community.
Nice.
And I'm feeling so powerful of being a part of
Mm.
India's one of the biggest community. I want to, it's not
Mm.
we.
Yeah.
I want to be, we want to do that for everyone.
Mm.
We want to be there to serve
Right.
because I see you're doing the same and
Thank
you're
you.
doing a lot more. I've attended one of your hypnosis
Yes.
session,
Yeah.
and that time I was traveling in a rig, and still I was, setting my eyes. What I was doing the practice, the rickshaw fellow going, "What is she doing? All okay?
हो
Is
क्या
she
रहा
fine?
है?
है वो कह रहा है भाई आगे मत क्यों कर रहे सब ठीक ठाक भाग के लेके
Right.
जाना पड़ेगा." But I really felt even in that motion or in that commotion, I experienced
Hmm.
that calmness.
Hmm.
I'm sure people are experiencing magic
Hmm.
lately.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And
You're doing a great service.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I mean, truly, it's like we do this Mondays and Fridays at 6 p.m. And every time, firstly, the people who show up, because that shows commitment and dedication. And secondly, the depths that they, tap into. As you said, it's really beautiful to see that, people are willing to do the work. So yeah, thank you for saying that. And I'm sure your wishes have already like echoed out into their lives, and they will feel even more and experience even more in their lives, right? I mean, this is when we say good vibes, this is what we mean, right? So yeah, such a pleasure, Prachiti, to have this conversation, to listen, to be a part of your life. And I've said this before, and I genuinely mean this. This is sort of like my secret conspiracy to get to know really amazing people in a way where normally this conversation may have happened over 6 months or 2 years or 5 years. To hear, your life story and to connect like this. But for me, this is like an opportunity where within about an hour or so, I get to know you so much better, because I know that this work that we're doing, it can't be done with just, one person here, one person there. It's when we collectively, create this kind of ripple of transformation. And I'm sure in the coming days, I don't know how, and that's what is makes it so beautiful, that in the right way at the right time, it's almost like that Avengers assemble karke. You'll have, people from all over in different places because of our connections, that what we create. And because a lot of this is available today digitally, um, the real work will continue. So, I really wish you some amazing, amazing transformations in not only your life, but the lives of people that you're connecting with, and people who will reach out to you in your new offerings that you're rolling out, and lots of love and hugs to your mom as well. And yeah, in fact, no, there are no coincidences. So 30th of November is when we are doing our first ever live event in Bangalore. So we're starting at Cupboard Park, and then we continue on, and people coming from different parts of the country. Thank you
Seriously.
so much. Thank you so much. It's beautiful, and it's how it's shaping up. That's what makes all of this even more powerful. So wishing you truly all the success and so much more that you deserve, for literally, like they say, when you live with your heart on your sleeve, like you unapologetically, you just show up. And I might add, lightly, because we are not some, and I'm sure you're not some very serious person, but yet the work is deep and really, designed to create that those deep transformation. So wish you all the very best, right?
Thank you. It really means so much, really, to reaching out. And this is a beautiful. I'm at the cusp of starting something new, starting an online thing.
Yes.
I've even revamped my sessions and courses and
Mm.
things like that. So just created, I think, the group yesterday or 2 days back.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, thank you for
Thank
having me
you.
here. It was a very spiritual experience, I could say. Your voice is also your voice is so soothing. The
Thank
way you talk, it's like बस आँख बंद करिए आप बस बात ही करते रहो मैं सुनती हूँ नहीं नहीं आप बात करो ना अच्छा लग रहा है. You have a very soothing and
Thank you.
calming voice.
Thank you.
And the practices and exercises that you give, that is another thing. I think 50% of the stress goes away listening to you.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure we will connect again in, literally like we meant to meet here like this, and there's more to
Yeah.
come. So yeah, wish you all the best. And for those of you who've been watching, especially if you reach this point of our podcast, it just means that you truly are someone who's special and you're meant to receive this. So wishing you all the very best on your journey. And having said all of that, of course, remember to live your purpose. You already probably have some idea of what you're meant to do. But as you continue on this journey, especially as a healer coach, may you truly, truly live your purpose. God bless. And of course, we will see you in the next one. Take care. And let me just double check on YouTube.